Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Dolphins going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle as I'm proud to welcome in the newest members of the Madden family. That's our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Prescott now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Champ. It's Adrian Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's your standard issue draw play. I like it a lot better when it's actually been set up.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The 5-time Pro Bowler, Tom Mahali, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Coleman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Flush to his right. And he can't get, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it, and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers to throw on second down. Sanders has it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's fourth down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. But on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
So now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third down, it's Prescott. Completes it to Lee. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
A first down throw for Prescott. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Maryland, Yannick Ngakoue, in there to drop his man and pick up his first career sack in his first career game. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They come out here in the eye. Coleman now. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
They will run again with Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
This is Coleman. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. 4 down. 319. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly.
And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey. 4 down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. It's caught. Nelson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Now it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the first-round pick, Keanu Neal. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Prescott to throw it. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Shift together here from the D-line. Final play of the half, Prescott, and that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On second down, Peterson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie Jalen Smith. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Flushed out right. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come out here in the eye. Throwing. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Left side here to Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got time. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the left. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. A second down throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
319!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right, and they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
319! 319!
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Jalen Smith out of Notre Dame. Partner, that's got to be one of the best stories in the NFL, seeing him out on the field.
Yeah, it really is. That injury that he had during the bowl game against Ohio State, boy, that hurt his draft stock. So nice to see him out there.
I had him rated as the top player in his class in 2016 before his injury. He ends up going in the second round, and now he's starting to make the plays we expected to see.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
On this, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. So with second and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first and 10, Prescott caught left side, Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a third down.
And now here is another interception. There he goes left side. one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. They begin the drive with Coleman. And some room to work. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Escaping the pressure right. Always got some breathing room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.O. Moore in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And they'll run it here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Third and long for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.O. Moore in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Rodgers now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. A second down throw for Prescott. On the screen, this is Coleman. A huge play there on the screen pass. 56 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Second down, Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll throw again. Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former Raiders, C.O. Moore, in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead, he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson, down right around the... Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Peterson alone in the backfield. Rodgers looking to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot and make sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
They come out here in the eye. Rodgers with a keeper. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Everyone's got 4 down.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Miami, they begin the season 0-1 behind their rookie quarterback, Dak Prescott. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.